everybody's story matters, right? Because there is always something to learn from everyone.
My story matters because it's really not about where you start, but it's about where you end.
It's always a choice of keeping steady where I'm at or going for the unknown where I can get better.
There is more than one way to reach somewhere that makes us who we are and what we are.
Showing stories like mine really matters, but also showing stories of other marginalized individuals.
My story matters because I've always, thrived to make a better life for my children.
It's okay for it to have lots of left and right turns. You're going to end up somewhere where you're really happy if you keep giving those different opportunities a try.
Be persistent and be consistent. Find few people that believe in you.
I have been the catalyst to bring many ideas to fruition, many people together, combined brain cells to come up with the next big idea.
So if I can inspire at least one person, I would be happy that my story matters.
You take your core values with you wherever you go, and that's what makes them core values. Your story matters, and how you tell your story, it matters. Well, when I think about my story, I am the sum of those two parts, my personal life and my work life, and they both are meaningful for me. I hope that I'm instilling integrity in my children by showing them what is right when no one else is watching. I want them to be aware of the impact that I'm making, whether it be at work or in my community. I can remember as a young child going, I want to be a scientist. And so I have modeled a lot of my life after my grandmothers. My grandmother, Marva Floyd Softly, is a master's degree biologist who worked for the site for over 40 years. And she worked in the mouse house. Marva Softly, she matters.
If you look at my board, and I was really surprised when I got done, but it's full of people. I love working with people, collaborating with people, and networking across the laboratory. My work and bringing people together is so important. Nuclear energy to succeed and move forward, we have to be able to address our waste. You can't do that in a vacuum by yourself. You really have to have the team around you.
The concept behind my storyboard is really about blooming where you're planted and be the best that I can be in that space, be impactful in that space, serve in that space, have integrity in that space. When we do good people business, we're also doing good business. And that's the legacy that I want to really leave with my kids, is that it comes back, and it comes back in ways that you could never imagine.
Just coming out as non-binary in the workplace, and everyone has been incredibly amazing and supportive around that. And just being able to authentically live as myself, how empowering it can be to work as part of a big team to solve these big issues that we work on. I also do a lot of service-based things. We're scientists here. Who doesn't love impact?
It gives me joy when I see people from different backgrounds communicate, and which is the best thing you can ask for. Just that safe space to allow you to think of what really matters, which is your work, your science. That's also one of the reasons I initiated the Mental Health Day. It was mostly to reach out to people. Just know that people are here to listen to you. Just speak up. At this point, I'm thinking about how to make a change, make an impact, not just what I've achieved, but how is this going to be useful to the wider community.
Seeing engagement at the lab level to reach out and be part of the community, to provide opportunities for STEM education, that's been really impactful for me, the impact of science. And it didn't matter if I was doing the science or if I was supporting the science. It was kind of ironic in reflecting upon the things that I would pick as my career pivotal moments. They were all starts. It's been very rewarding to kind of trust my gut and go, yeah, I should try that. I should give it a shot. So.
If I were to describe my life in 3 phases, the first one, I was once told that if I pursue a career in mechanical engineering, I was going to have a very tough career. I can look back and say that is not true. I really love what I do. The second phase was when I joined the lab, ORNL, for the first time. When you are surrounded by driven people, you can't help but be driven yourself. My third phase would be when I left the lab to go join the industry and then came back and joined the lab for the second target station project. One of the things that really stood to me was how important it was in helping the next generation of engineer scientists, and I want to do the same.
My story shows a young woman who had big dreams for herself and finding courage and encouragement from her family and her mentors. I think in return, and as I developed as a scientist, I helped strengthen the neutron scattering division. That is why I'm also very passionate about mentoring, where I can influence group members to be the best version of themselves.
My story matters because the journey that it took to get here has been very long. My children, Juliana, Julian, and Braxton, are my reason. Everything I do is for them. I want my children to be proud and happy to have me as their mother. My mother, Valerie Givens, she is the reason I am the woman I am today. She has taught me the true definition of teamwork, to work with others and to meet my goals.
The background which I came from, they are not very supportive that we leave our country and, just follow our passion in science. So I would say my mother has been really supportive in understanding me. Those values, what I have learned from her, like integrity, safety, and teamwork. So I think because of that, I could come here and grow myself as a researcher. Mostly my research is on energy conservation, so it's a great service to ORNL and to the bigger community.
Well, I always liked helping people, whatever that means. Then I was thinking, who are the people that have helped me be who I am and be where I am? If we foster this environment where we can have great collaborations, we have an impact on other people to be their best selves. I call it the moral compass. Do what's right, what's easy. What are we doing here if we're not here to help each other?